Yeah. Well, we stayed in Mountain View Lodge about 11. And at that time, my sister was old enough to go to high school. There was no high school, of course, in Cardston. And
where'd they go, Lethbridge?
So in North High School in Mountain View, just the first 8 grades. And so as soon as Emma graduated from the first 8 grades, the folks knew they'd have to get her into high school. They didn't want to send her down; they wanted to keep her in the family. And so Father sold the store, and we moved to Cardston.
Just because of Emma?
Yes. That's what.
Now Emma was the oldest in the family. Let's go down the line of the family.
Emma was the oldest, and I was the second. And then there were 5 brothers: Smith, John Smith, and Ford, John Ford, and Lowell Elwood, and Julian Legrande.
Julian Reed.
Julian Reed, and Franklin Legrande.
And that's the
family. 7 of us.
7 children. Wow.
Yeah. So we got down to Cardston, and I think I must have started about the 5th grade. And we had a teacher from the East, Miss McCurdee. And of course, this was an all-Mormon community, and sometimes these Eastern school teachers are not very sympathetic with Mormon kids. But anyway, Miss McCurdee was our teacher, and she had one girl in our room that I didn't know this, but the rest of the class knew this. When I came into school, this little girl, Minnie Tharp, she was the terror of the school, and the thorn in the side of Miss McCurdee. So I was just a little new kid coming into the country, scared to death.
Yeah.
And would you believe it or not, there was double seats. We had to sit 2 to a seat.
Wow.
And would you believe it, Miss McCurdee put me to sit with that girl.
Really?
Yes.
Goodness.
And at first I was kind of terrorized by her, because I'd never seen anybody just like her before. She was kind of violent, vicious.
Was she?
Yeah. And right behind us were 2 boys that didn't help out at all. I almost remember their name. One was Douglas and Jessie Hudson, and Douglas Stoddard. That sat right behind us. And I thought I was, oh, that was terrible. I mean, those boys were a nuisance too, but Minnie, she was worse.
Oh, dear.
But anyway, right at first, I didn't know anybody, and I've thought about this a number of times. The first day or two, when recess let out, I didn't know what to do, because I had no friends. I didn't have anybody, and I wasn't going to be just about wild Minnie. So what I did the first day or two, I went out and stood on the east side of the schoolhouse. That's where the front door was. I went out and stood there on the front door, and then the kids had scattered in all directions and be gone. And I felt just awful, because in Mountain View, I was just riding with all the kids, and we just having such a good time. And here I was, a total stranger, and never had one friend. I felt terrible. And about the 3rd or 4th day, I was standing there, and I can't tell you who, but it was some good Samaritan came up to me, and she said to me, "Rubie, why don't you come play with us?" And I said, "Where are you playing?" She says, "Right around on the south side of the building." I said, "All right." And I went with her around there. And after that, I always went on the south side of the building and played with them. Got right into the crowd and knew them right. Soon became one of them. But I remember that first 30 days. I've thought that so many times when I was teaching school and had new children come into my room that didn't know anybody, and I kind of felt sorry for them, try to help them, to get adjusted.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
No, it isn't.
It isn't too easy. But maybe it's a good experience for us to have. We learned something from it. But I went through the Cardston grade school and high school there, and it was a good experience.
Well, now, Emma was about 3 years older than you?
Yeah.
And she was in high school, but you were only in the 5th grade?
I was still not
Yeah,
up.
see, they started high school in the 9th grade.
Oh, they started high school.
Oh, yeah.
About the 9th grade.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was starting in the ninth grade.
So was it generally a good thing for your family to move to Cardston, and what were the differences?
Right at first,
And was that house that we saw up there?
Yeah.
when we first moved to Cardston, we rented. And Charles Oracard, who was the founder of Cardston, had come there, and he had built a large brick house down on the east side of Cardston, right under those hills, across the creek. And of course, he was dead and gone now, and or at least they were not there. I don't know where they were. But anyway, they rented us the south side of this house, and the family by the name of Ivy's rented the north side of the house. And that's where we lived maybe for a year.
Did you share the kitchen?
Pardon?
Did you share the kitchen?
Oh, no,
You
it was
each had?
a big house. We each had a kitchen. It was a big house, and quite a nice house, without any of the convenience. No bathroom, no running water.
No bathroom?
But the first electric light I ever saw in my life was in that house. Well, the night we moved to Cardston, and night came on, I would expect them to go get the lamps out like we'd always done. But lo and behold, right up in the center of the sitting, there was a light. Oh, that was marvelous. I just couldn't take my eyes off it. That was the most wonderful thing in the world. Look up there and see that light.
Did most of the people in Cardston have electric lights then?
I guess they must have done. Maybe, I think they would likely. Yeah, I have an idea. But we lived there, I can't tell you how long, maybe a year. And then we moved up, Father wanted to build a new home, and he bought a lot up there, just north of Temple. And he wanted to get up close because he was going to do most of the building. So we lived in what we called it, it was his son's. Charles Orr's son had built a home up there, and it was for rent. Just a block east of where we bought this lot. And so we lived there on that in that little corner house. It wasn't very big, and kind of cramped us a bit. But we lived there while Father built the new house.